Tonight on DC News Now at 5.
A community reacts to a massive fire that destroyed a local landmark.
President Trump's D.C. crime emergency executive order coming to an end in the district. What's next for Washingtonians?
Well, we are going to be tracking more sunny skies as we end out the work week. Also going to be tracking a warm up, so keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast up next.
Then NoMa is getting a colorful makeover.
When I saw kind of some of the new murals that were being painted up, I was really excited to kind of see what was coming up next.
DC's biggest mural party now on, and you can watch the artists bring them to life all day and night.
The Capitals and the Nationals are teaming up for a limited edition specialty jersey celebrating their biggest moments in DC sports history. And we'll tell you how you can snag one. And breaking news at this hour, conservative activist Charlie Kirk is dead after being shot during an event at Utah Valley University. AP confirming this just moments ago. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
And good evening. I'm Annalisa Gale. More on that. It happened at Utah Valley University during a recording of his show Turning Point USA. Right now, there are no suspects in custody.
Tributes from lawmakers have been pouring in, and we hear from a student who was at the university during the shooting. Listen.
And sitting there, and then some booing of what he was saying, and then I saw officers up there just watching from above, and like it was just all crazy. In my instinct, I just ran. I did not want to as soon as I heard it, I just ran straight.
Writing on Truth Social, quote, "The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you."
We will keep you updated as we learn more. And in our next half hour, DC News Now's Maddie Bird Temple will have the latest.
And for the latest right now on this breaking news story, you can head to our website, dcnewsnow.com. We have this story on our homepage.
Well, investigators in Virginia are still trying to find out what sparked a massive fire that destroyed a Fairfax County business.
Yeah, we know that fire happened last night at Crops in Great Falls. DC News Now's Dave Laval joining us live from the scene there. And Dave, an emotional day for some folks who you talked to today.
Quite emotional day for a lot of people, Annalisa and Mark, as people continue showing up here to take a look at the damage. As you can see behind me, there is simply not much left of this business. We spoke to fire investigators earlier today, and they told us it will likely be a while before they know what sparked all of this. They first have to find out where the fire began. As for the community, it's the loss of something that offered people many things, such as fresh produce.
It's just a pretty place, and I'm sorry to see that it's gone.
Judy Slezak reflects on the loss of an institution in Great Falls, Virginia. Crops.
There's the fruit, the vegetables, talking to the people, and just always finding something special.
Fairfax County firefighters responded to the inferno that engulfed the business around 11:30 Tuesday night. The business is considered a total loss.
It seemed like a nice place that was close and reasonable, so wanted to check it out.
Eric Kaufman of Falls Church brought his family to Crops. They did not expect to find it gone.
I'd never been here before, was looking forward to it.
What makes the loss even more devastating is the business was not just a place to get fresh produce. It also served as a gathering place for the community, especially around the holidays, says neighbor Bob Johnson.
Do a big thing at Christmas and Halloween too. So I don't know what they're going to do. They borrow my tractors to do it, so I don't know.
Also lost in the blaze, the roughly 20 vendors who set up shop at the business.
I just enjoy walking through, looking at the little aid stuff and the vendors.
Now it's all gone.
It was just a pretty little piece of country.
Unfortunately, all that people now have left are the memories. Good news out of all of this, there have been no reports of any injuries. The owners did not respond to our request to comment on the fire. We're live in Great Falls, Virginia. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. Definitely a tough day for that community for sure. And we saw the pumpkins out there. They were just getting ready for fall.
Yeah, and you know what I will say, at least as we head into the weather department, we are going to start to see those brighter conditions as we head into the end of the work week. So overall, not looking bad, especially as we take a live look outside right now. We are holding on to mostly cloudy skies, but we are starting to see a bit of a break in the clouds. At least we are dry. This morning, we woke up to those misty conditions, all thanks to this low pressure that was just off to our south. That's going to continue to pass through, but temperature-wise, it's fairly cool here in D.C. We're still sitting at 69 degrees, 67 as you head over there to Waldorf. Back off to the north and west, though, we are holding on to those warmer temperatures, and that's because you guys saw more peaks of sunshine today. We're sitting at 75 degrees right now in Martinsburg, West Virginia, lower 80s as you head over there to Kaiser, 79 currently there in Cumberland. And as we take a look at those wind speeds, they are on the lighter side, shifting out of the northwest. We're seeing winds up to about 6 miles per hour, but as we head through the rest of the work week, we're going to be tracking more peaks of sunshine with warmer conditions. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast, guys, up next.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Happening now, D.C. Fire battling a large transformer fire in Northeast. They are on the scene on Benning Road at a Pepco plant. Pepco saying tonight that there are no outages have been reported. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Well, right now, police in Laurel conducting a death investigation. They responded to the Bridgeport condominiums on Crow's Nest Court earlier today. So far, those are the only details we've been provided, but you can find the latest right now on our website, dcnewsnow.com.
And Montgomery County lanes have reopened on 495 after a crash caused an oil spill. This happened this morning on the outer loop just past the Clara Barton Parkway. 3 people were injured in the crash and taken to nearby hospitals. Well, today, the federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department is expiring.
Yeah, D.C. leaders are counting down now the hours as President Trump's D.C. crime emergency and executive order are set to expire at 11:59 tonight.
And Congress did not make efforts to extend the crime emergency and federal control over the city's police department.
Yeah, D.C. News Now's Randy Bass heard from Mayor Muriel Bowser about what Washingtonians can expect to change and stay the same.
And she joins us now live near Freedom Plaza in Northwest D.C. Randy, you also heard mixed reactions from people on the state of policing in the city.
Yes, and the big takeaway here for Washingtonians tonight, the city is mostly going to look and feel the same. You'll still see the National Guard and federal agents patrolling and supporting law enforcement along D.C. streets. But tonight at midnight, that's when the big change happens. The D.C. Police Department will no longer be under federal direction. With D.C. police back under the control of Mayor Muriel Bowser and Police Chief Pamela Smith, Bowser says D.C. police orders to cooperate with federal immigration enforcement efforts will cease, along with the executive order at midnight tonight.
Immigration enforcement is not what MPD does. And with the end of the emergency, it won't be what MPD does in the future.
D.C. crime stats show violent crime across the city is down about 40%, with homicides down more than 50% compared to the same 4 weeks last year. Today, Attorney General Pam Bondi touting more than 2,300 arrests and 225 guns seized over the last month. Bowser says federal agents can and will stay active on city streets for now.
Federal police officers can enhance the public safety mission of MPD. So federal police officers will be in the district.
The National Guard is staying too, with orders for many of them extended through November. Washingtonians we talked to today sharing mixed feelings about the ongoing military and law enforcement presence.
It's made a difference. Yeah, they ain't stopping nothing completely, but it's making a difference.
I thought it was totally unnecessary because crime in D.C. had been trending downward. MPD had been doing a pretty good job. Where I live at, they were there even before he sent the troops.
Now, Mayor Bowser was asked today about the ongoing presence of the National Guard in D.C. She said she thinks, quote, there is a useful life for their deployment here in the city, but feels that that useful life is coming to an end. In Northwest D.C., I'm Randy Bass, D.C. News Now.
Randy, thank you. And new tonight, Montgomery County Executive Mark Elrich is testifying at a public hearing tonight regarding a proposal he opposes.
Board persisted during the middle of COVID to go ahead with a major rezoning of the county or a major change in the master or general plan for the county at a time when people couldn't even come together and talk about things, and really relied on Zoom meetings with limited amounts of time for public input and basically no real community meetings. And it's a real problem. It includes things that if the public had known about it at the time, they probably would have gotten pretty negative feedback about it.
The University Boulevard Corridor Plan focuses on the 3-mile stretch of University Boulevard between I-495 and Wheaton, with the goal to address community needs related to traffic safety, economic development, and more. Tonight's council meeting starts at 7 p.m.
In Virginia, after months of discussion, the Falls Church City Council has unanimously changed how residential trash collection and recycling are funded. Homeowners in single-family homes and townhomes will now pay based on the trash cart size, while apartment and commercial property owners will no longer be charged. The council also approved a third composting bin for organic waste and slightly lowered the city's real estate tax rate. Education efforts will roll out to help residents use the new bins effectively.
Well, in the district now, you may be noticing a lot more color in NoMa today. DC's largest mural festival now underway. DC News Now's Lily Simmons shows us where you can see the bold new works of art at the 10th annual NoMa in Color Festival.
Hey guys, if you want to capture some beautiful selfies this weekend, come on down to NoMa, where you can catch artists like this one behind me creating the best backdrops for your next social media post. 20 artists are spraying more bold and vibrant public art murals across NoMa.
I mean, this is again, a place where I used to walk past every day in high school. That's already a full story for me.
The murals will be on display here at Alethea Tanner Park, showcasing the heart and soul of DC.
To just kind of represent like those two different sides that I think make up DC.
You can watch as the artists paint live from now until Monday for the 10th annual NoMa in Color Festival.
This year we're bringing 20 new murals to the neighborhood, adding to the catalog of more than 170 that we've brought to the neighborhood.
Artist Autumn Spears wanted to capture both the warmth and cold of the city.
Like the cool colors kind of representing the, I don't want to say like cold and sterile nature of DC, but like when everybody thinks that politics is like the main part of DC. But then like there are going to be a lot of like warmer colors that really lend itself to like the vibrancy of the community.
Artist Miles Johnson wanted to encourage self-love.
Where this group of black women are just all hugging each other in a nice row, and the people that helped raise me. So this is kind of my tribute giving back to them.
Each artist with a different message they hope resonates with passersby. With every brushstroke and expression of what makes DC come to life.
But the one that I was looking at when I was walking by, it's like family, like community, like sisterhood. You have like this portrait of like kind of people leaning on each other.
And this year for the 10th anniversary, you can also download an interactive app that will show you more details about each artist and mural as you tour the park. For now, in Northeast DC, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.